Happy Friday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I am working on the B-pillar chop for my Jeep for paint train. The kit comes with, just like you saw in the pictures, these plates, and these plates will get welded right where you cut it in half. And the way I figured out where to cut is I made a template. So I traced one of the brackets and made a template. So when I cut it out of a piece of cardboard, it actually worked pretty good. Set the template up here like this, put some tape on it. And what I did is I pushed down here to make it flat. You got to use some really stiff cardboard, like this is pretty stiff cardboard. And when you push down to make it flat, then you make your mark in the back, or underneath, I'm sorry. So you use your Sharpie and get where you can get right there. And then as you open the door, you'll see that the door stays underneath the cardboard. So then when you get the door out here, you can put your finger there and it stays flat with the front door. And then you just continue your line all the way around. And if you do that, it will remain flat, which is important, but it'll also give you the exact line to match the body line for the door. And then for the front door, I opened the front door and I pushed down in this corner like this, keep the cardboard flat, and then I just finished the line all the way around. And I believe, well, let's just take it off. That'll give me my exact cut line, and it should be really even with the door, or with the doors rather. And as long as I cut on the line, it should be okay. And then if you are a little high, that's not a big deal. You can always, grind down. You have a little bit of give here because of how thick the plates are. So you can plus minus whichever direction you need to go. You have that much error, so 2 plates worth, where you can get them to match up pretty good. So you do have a little bit of error. Now you have to take into account the thickness of your cutting disc. I'm going to use this guy right here, which is probably the thickness of nearly one of the plates. So by the time I cut through this, I'll have an error of whatever one plate is. If you use something smaller like a Dremel, or I'm not really sure what all you can use yet, because there's structure inside the B-pillar too, right? So it's not just the sheet metal on the outside, there's some structure on the inside of the B-pillar, and you're gonna have to reach that. So I think after I cut all of this with my cutting wheel, then I'll finish off the inside with a Sawzall blade. They should be the same thickness. Anyway, that is the project for this weekend. I think I'm going to try and knock that out, at least get them cut and get the plates tacked in, and go from there. I'm going to have to swap the wire out in the welder. I think I'm going to swap it out for 30 thousandths and turn the voltage down. This has got a step transformer in it rather than a digital control. So I've got right here. So I've got this 30 thousandths wire here that I'll swap out. Right now there's 35 thousandths in there, which is 35 thousandths wire, at least on my transformer. Step 3 and step 4 is what I used to put the cage together. And step 4 and 5 are what I used to weld the brackets on the axle and all of that. But for thin sheet metal like this, I'm going to use smaller wire and step it down to probably 2 or 3, probably 3. We'll see how it goes. You just go from there. But it's a good start. Got a nice accurate line to work with. This piece of plastic right here sticks up, so you got to watch out for that too. So that's why I was pushing down on the cardboard, because the plastic was going to screw me up if I didn't. But that'll get me damn close right there. It'll look good. It'll look good. It'll look good. Yeah, that's all I've got for right now. Keep you guys in the loop. Appreciate it.